boat, right? But the thing is, like, you still have to declare this shit. Patches to catatonic now. You still got to declare the shit for whatever legal purposes and stuff. But the difference with, say, a contractor is that instead of having money already sent to the government by your employer every week or fortnight, however frequently you get paid, what basically happens is you, as the contractor, have to put your tax aside yourself. What the fuck is Pacho? I'll find out. Yeah, you have to put your money aside yourself so that when you get your tax bill, you can afford to pay it. Otherwise, you get this big ass tax bill for the entire year that you've earned income and you can't fucking afford to pay it. And then if you want to do a payment plan or something, that shit gets expensive. You know, good luck with that. Um, Basically, self-employment is kind of similar to contracting, but it's a little bit different in a sense because I will need to purchase things to be able to do my job. But I don't have any employees or anything like that. So basically, everything's done by me. So I need to purchase a microphone so people could hear me. I need to purchase sometimes games so that I can have something to play on stream. I don't generally, but like, there's a couple of little games in there that I've gotten so I could, add something to, you know, I don't know, spice up my playlist kind of thing. I don't know. There's programs that I've had to get so that I can have things like my avatar and all sorts of stuff, Um, and I have to record that. That's part of like the shit that I do outside of streaming. I have to record that for tax purposes and keep receipts and stuff so that I can say, well, yes, from the bits and subs that people cheered me throughout the month, I got this amount of money. And from that money, I purchased this particular thing to be able to keep streaming. For instance, like September, the September month, right? I factored in the movie night and the drinks that I had to drink as part of like my kind of like if we reached so many subs and stuff. I factored all of that into what I would get from subs so that I could afford to complete the challenge when they were reached. Like I factored all that in. So in September, for all of the subs that I got, I actually was minus $3 for the month of my own money because I had factored everything in, but I hadn't factored in the fact that the drinks weren't on special. So there was the difference. So yeah, it cost me money to stream that month. Which, I mean, it kind of cost me money every month to stream because electricity and internet and food and water and stuff to keep me alive and stuff, But that's part of it. Um, it's what if I bought ice cream for a game? They also be like, oi, what's this got to do with making money or something like that? Yes, they would. So if you streamed, right, Waver, if you said, okay, I'm lactose intolerant, and for every single time I failed to make this jump, I have to eat a spoonful of ice cream. That's my penalty. This is what my community has voted on. Yes, you would need to buy a tub of ice cream for that, and you would have to justify it. I have to do it with the Prime Energy drinks that I bought last year. I have to explain to my accountant how and why those drinks are relevant to streaming. That's actually literally an example that's real that I'll have to do in like a month or so's time. It's going to be great. But anyway, like I log all this stuff. So yeah, every time I purchase something for a stream, I have to keep track of what it was used for, when it was used, what percentage it was used, and stuff like that. Like for some things, it's obvious. Like it's just you've opened a drink, you got to drink the drink, stuff like that. It sounds so stressful. I mean, it is a little bit because I don't really fully understand taxes, and I'm terrified at all times that I'm just gonna fuck it up. But I have also been a contractor multiple times in my life. So it's not like it's a huge jump for me. It's just I've got to be careful how and what I report things under. Like if I got money from ads on YouTube, for example, and I also got subs and bits on Twitch. Both of those things are income, right? But I have to list them both as income because this is, for me, all one job, right? As a content creator, it's all one job. If I was exclusively just a streamer and I did, say, let's just say model creation and rigging on the side or something like that, and that was a separate job, I would have to list each one as its own job and their income streams would be taxed differently. Okay? So it's complicated shit. And it's hilarious trying to explain this to my accountant of many years because I'm her first content creator and she doesn't really know what the fuck she's dealing with. And she said that to me. She's like, I don't understand what you do, but I'm gonna try to make sure we do this right. So that's all I can hope for, is that we get it right. And that I don't end up with some kind of massive tax bill for fucking something up, you know. But she's pretty good. I've had her for a long time. She at least understands a lot of my shit. That's nice. There's a back of coffee. Nice, Grim. So everything has to be relevant to making money? Not necessarily. So taxing and stuff does. Like, you have to be, like, legitimate with the government, whatever your local government is, about how you received and used your money, because they want to tax it, right? That's the point. Like, if you're a standard pay-as-you-go kind of employee, like I said, like the McDonald's employee that just turns up to work, gets paid and leaves, right? You don't have to do that because you basically just have to lodge a tax once a year and say, yes, I received pay and I didn't do anything work-related with it at all. That's how that shit works. It's easy as pie. That's why, that's not specifically why a lot of people like that, but it's definitely a nicer, easier way to live. It's just like, have a job, turn up, do the job, get money, exist. That's a nicer way to live. I think it's a fucking less stressful way to live. But no, I've said this before, like, if I really wanted to be super fucking wealthy, I would probably get a webcam. I would aim that webcam somewhat towards my chest, or I would do my hair and makeup and try to look pretty on camera every day. I would do quite well with that. However, you know, just sitting there and looking pretty isn't necessarily enough. You also have to have some kind of level of fucking personality and talent to actually kind of do well in streaming. Because if all it took was being pretty, at least for me as a VTuber, like, it would just mean having, like, a gorgeous avatar with incredible jizzle physics, and I would just be incredibly wealthy, right? If that's all it took. But it doesn't. That's not what it is. Like, you actually have to have something that people want to, like, engage with and be here and, like, talk to and stuff. But, like, I started streaming with the misconception that basically, like, I could earn a living from people's pockets and stuff like that. And after streaming for even just a very short period of time, like only a matter of months, I immediately felt super uncomfortable with that fucking logic and felt so ashamed to have ever thought that kind of thing in the first place, because I'm like, why did I think that? That's horrible. That's stupid. Like, literally, I am being supported by my fans, and any amount of money that they can spare to make sure that I can keep doing this literally means the fucking world to me, because it means that I can buy food, or I can pay a bill and stuff like that. That's what that means to me, right? When somebody cheers or subs and stuff, right? It's a massive thing for me. But this is why I'm working so hard towards getting my YouTube channel monetized, is so that people don't have to pay out of their own wallets. Like, they can literally just let an ad run on YouTube, one of my YouTube videos, once I'm monetized, and that will go towards me receiving some money consistently monthly that I can kind of live off, you know? I'm not asking for huge amounts of money. A minimum wage is enough for me, you know? I can live comfortably on that. I can live on that, you know? Um, but at the same time, like, I've come to kind of just realize that I just like being here and streaming with you guys and talking and playing the games that I enjoy. If I really wanted to do really well, I could probably grab every single popular game and play it for like a fortnight and be like, cool, this is done. Like, I've absolutely burnt the earth with this. Let's move on to the next moneymaker kind of thing. But I play games that I like, and I like talking to people that come by. And, you know, at some point, it's not about the money. Like, yes, I do need money to survive and live. That is ever present and unavoidable. But, like, for me, like, I have people that support me on Patreon. $1 a month goes so fucking far. If I had every single person on my YouTube, like the 3,000, I think 170 people that I have following me on YouTube, if I had every single person donate $1 a month to me, I would have an incredibly livable wage. I would be able to upgrade my equipment all the time. I'd be able to commission stuff. I would be able to get games that interest me and play something a little bit more recent that does interest me. Like, Once Human is coming out later this year, and I want to get that. I want to play it, but I can't fucking afford potentially 80, $90. And same with Stalker 2. I really want to get that too because I like how some of the older Stalker games look. But again, I can't fucking afford that. So if I wanted, I could try to save up for a few months with what I get from Twitch. But I could get a bill, something could happen. I might want to save up for my partner's birthday instead in September. You know, like, I have to weigh up everything because I don't come from a financially stable or well off position. You know, it's different for me. I can't just casually go, oh, I like this game, I'll get it. Also, Wicked, you're gonna fucking put Lola in a corner here. Look at this shit. Drew, I need you working down here. Poor, poor Lola. I've been watching this whole time. Oh, I'm still watching my game. I'm just like watching them construct stuff. I know I can like talk about some really deep shit, but holy shit. My people are doing the dumbest crap while I'm doing this. Because I don't really make $1 per month. So if you really need money, I can only give you $10. No, I'm not asking people to give me money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, logistically speaking, like, if I had every single member of my community backing me and stuff financially, I would be as equally supported as somebody in like a standard day job and stuff like that. But like, I I do not feel comfortable asking people for stuff. Like, yes, I've got a Patreon. People can support me on that. Yes, I've got donation thing on my stream. People can support me through that. I do have wish lists with things that I'd like to get eventually, games I'd like to buy and stuff. But again, I'm not going to tell somebody to go and do that. Like, if somebody is in a position where they can and want to, and it's not going to super detrimentally affect their existence, like, they can go for it. I definitely always appreciate it, but that's not something I'm going to like say, oh, you've sat here and watched me, like, you really should subscribe or something. Like, that's just fucking disgusting. um Honestly. uh I want to, but I also want my own things, which sounds super selfish. That's not selfish, Aweva. Like, that's your money. You spend it on what you want to spend it on. Like, what did I spend mine on last? I think I got my last Twitch pay. I bought myself sushi. I bought myself noodles. That's what I bought myself. And half of it, one quarter of it went to tax, and one quarter of it went to my retirement super fund. And yeah, what was left, I spent on noodles and sushi because I really just wanted something. I wanted something specifically to eat. But yeah, no. Oh, Lou. But I also would like to be able to put a little bit of money aside each month so I could like save up a bit towards like my partner's birthday in September. But I also would really like to save up towards getting a couple of games. It's like I generally live pretty frugal to begin with. I just do. I don't. I'm like pretty much went through like a stage in like my uh I guess 18s and stuff when I moved out of home and got a place and stuff. Like I just couldn't afford to kind of go anywhere or do anything, so I just kind of didn't. And I had to pay bills and shit. So like I've been used to this since I've been 18. It's been something that's not really like I don't care if I don't get to go see a movie. I don't care if I don't have the latest game. Like it's not really a big deal to me. Like I keep for the most part within my food budget every week. Like I have a partner, he has to travel. Sometimes we can't keep it in the budget, but we try to compensate the following week, stuff like that. We get bills all the time. We get stupid bills come out of nowhere, like with the air conditioners breaking in summer, and that like negatively affecting my health had to be worked on. We've had the water heater die 3 winters in a row and had to be replaced. I've had like my animals get injured doing stupid shit that they do, and that's cost money out of the blue. Like my car has been broken for, well, not running, I should say, since probably August last year, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, Lou, are you going to be right? So pretty much until I can afford that, I'm not looking at doing anything with it. But it also means like I don't have the freedom to like drive somewhere. I also run the risks of if something detrimental happens here, like to a pet or something, I can't get them to a vet. So that is something that weighs on my mind all the time, but I can't do anything about it. I can't afford it. And I am paying off a fucking air conditioner. So I can't afford it for quite a few months yet, you know. It's just kind of different prioritizing, you know. Hey, sweet honey suit. Welcome in. Thanks for follow. Talking about all sorts of shit at the moment. Don't arrest them. Yeah, carry. No. Don't carry Lou. I need Lou to go to the medical thing. We've got a medical bed, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, what are you up to tonight, sweet honey? Let's see. I could maybe get one of the others to carry them. The problem is that Lou's in a caravan. I could remove him from the caravan. I think that would get them to take him down, but they should do it anyway. I'm going to say remove him. If I have to, I'll add him back in later. Can you rescue? There we go. All right. That shouldn't be as bad. I just don't know if any of these are doctors, so we'll see. See how that goes. Don't understand how retirement works. Retirement is looking less and less possible for more and more people with each coming year. So when I was a kid, I think we were told that you'd be able to retire at 70, and then they changed it to like 75 and then 80. And now I'm hearing reports of most people that are in retirement now will have used up all their retirement funds in the next 20 years. So anybody that did decide to retire in their 70s, if there's a chance that they'll live to like, 100 or so, they're probably not going to have enough to live on in like the last 10 or so years of their life. Stuff like that. It's kind of shit. But you're supposed to, depending on where you live, some places put money aside for you mandatory. And you get access to it over a certain age, which then you can kind of live off if you're good with your money, kind of thing. Some people get their retirement payout and they go, oh, sweet, time to holiday and stuff. And that's fine if that's how you want to live, if you've got spare money and stuff. But a lot of people tend to blow it and then kind of have nothing. There's also pensions that exist in some countries, and I do not understand how those work, but something to do with you can't really have a certain amount of money to be able to get on it. But once you're on it, it doesn't really cover a lot for you to be able to live anyway. So kind of like, do you not? Do I have medicine? Probably not. Well, they can get doctor care. That'll be enough. I kind of just keep my money. I mean, to a degree you can, but depending on where you are and how you get paid, when you get paid, you have some kind of level of, for the most part, for at least Australia, you get some amount of money taxed that immediately comes out before you get paid. And then you get like things like, I think, fire and levy and ambulance and stuff like that come out as well in your pay, which I think is supposed to be under tax, but I don't know what they are. What the fuck? I'm trying to watch. Which caravan are you attacking? I'm hoping it's the big one, because I've got a really big caravan out here. Marlo, mate. Probably not. It's a little caravan, but still, where the fuck are they? Hi. Have any of you? No, nobody's got a gun. All right. Well, this could be interesting. I'll see how this goes. I'll save it on a second. I understand why you get in retirement at the age of 80 or 70, even though I can't probably work at all in my 50s or 60s. Basically, well, the funny thing is, there's a lot of people that are in like their 60s and 70s at the moment that don't want to retire. They're like, oh, I like working and I don't want to like give up my job and stuff. Oh, they have a club. But then there's also like, I don't know, you kind of like the way the working world kind of works is that people were kind of expected to bust a hump working until they were kind of like elderly and then be like, okay, well, actually, hold on a sec. You have only 4 medical. Does anybody here actually have good medical? Yeah, Hajika does. All right, come on. I'll get you up here, wherever the fuck. There we go. I'll get you working on them because there's a higher likelihood that they'll survive. Yeah, look, the general idea is you're supposed to work until you're older and then kind of like retire and then do what you want to do. But usually speaking, as you get older, you're less able to do things kind of thing. You might have medical conditions, you may have injuries, you might have, like, there's some jobs out there. Like, I watch a fellow on TikTok who used to be, I think he was like a roofer, or a carpenter, or you might have been both. I don't know quite exactly. But yeah, he used to kind of like work really hard at his job and his knees are basically fucked. And he's not a lot older than I am. And he's looking at probably needing knee replacements and all sorts of stuff. But his quality of life is kind of shit from it. And he kind of decided to walk away from all that stuff and did homesteading instead. And that's fine. That works for him. He can do it because of how he was like set up to do so. But not everybody can just walk away and do that. Like, a lot of people fuck their bodies over in jobs really young and then can't enjoy the rest of their life because they're in agony. You know. I don't know. The way shit's set up isn't great, but I also think there's like probably a fair few people in like the current generations of shit that are sort of to some degree working towards fixing it. Fixing how it's currently existing, which would be kind of nice to see. I do need chess tables at some point. I just want to make sure that Lou gets tended to, so I'm just going to hover around here for a little bit before I go back to Dryden. But yeah, the sooner I can kick this place, the better. I just need them to actually leave. It does not make me happy at all. Look, it's one of those things where, like, generally speaking, most people won't tell you the shit, I guess. And therefore, as you grow older, you're like, oh, cool, you know, I'm looking forward to being independent, to being able to do my own thing and whatever. And that's great. Until you have to kind of go through like the years of working in jobs that you don't like, with people that you don't like, because you can't get the jobs that you do want, or you can't do things that you like, or have skills in because they're not available. Like a while back, a few years back, let's actually say several years back because I can't fucking remember. But yeah, about several years back, I was unemployed looking for work. And at the time, my qualification was admins, right? So I was looking for like administrative kind of job, like office work kind of stuff, right? I had other qualifications in technical and stuff and other areas but I didn't want to work in those areas anymore. If I had have wanted to have gotten a job in those fields, I probably could have got a job relatively quickly. But because I was looking for administrative, I was going more towards, you know, an indoor seated kind of job with consistent workflow, consistent kind of day to it. That's what I wanted. I happened to be looking at the time when we had like a huge number of unemployed, long-term unemployed fucking government workers that had been employed in the government for office work for like 30 plus years. So people that had like a shit ton of, what are you saying? It's going to roll away. I had to go up against basically a shit ton of people that had like twice as much experience easily as I did. And yeah, that's, oh, here we go. This is where it is. That shit's hard because I'm like, okay, I need a job. I know what kind of job I need for all the things that are right and wrong with me. And this is where I want to kind of take my life down the future. But I'm up against people that have got more than, well, almost more than twice my life fucking experience in these industries. I can't fucking compete. Even if they're willing to lowball their jobs and like take something for cheap, like I can't compete against their experience. Like a lot of the jobs I had to go for were like entry level stuff, which I was not an entry level person because it was just the only shit that I could reasonably compete against as like a bigger fish in a small pond versus a small fish in a fucking ocean, you know? So yeah, that should be where that hole was. Or here. Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't realize they mined through this already. They should be able to get it from the other side. How? Yeah, no, this is well and truly all open. Alright, time to get some people working on some things. I need each person in here individually to get this just closed up quickly. That's all I need. That'll take me down to here too. That'll be fine. I'll get more in here. I do not like administration work at all. I don't like it either. But at the time, it was preferable over the other stuff that I was doing. So, yeah, it was the lesser evil, you know. I hope I can get them to work on that one. Or even if I could get them to seal up this spot up here, that might work better, actually. I'm going to keep getting openings like this, unfortunately. There we go. All right, try to do that so that we don't have animals roaming away because they're just going to tell me about it nonstop. I like to compete. Makes me feel proud. But I don't really want to have competition in McDonald's. No, I know, but the thing is you don't really get a fucking choice once you start actually looking for work. Like, if you really need to pay your bills to keep a house or keep a roof over your head so that, you know, you don't have to, like, put your pets in a shelter and, like, move home or something like that, like, yeah, you go out of your way and you fucking take whatever job, basically, at that point. Hey, Uninfected, welcome in. Yeah, I'm playing RimWorld. I play RimWorld on Tuesdays. I'm talking about, like, working worlds and shit like that. It's great topics. But, yeah, I'm also trying to build walls so that my animals stop fucking escaping as well, so this is kind of the place. Just kind of, like, trying to get the bedrooms and shit in place, and I'm also trying to get my people out of the last place. But one of my guys just got really hurt, so I've got to wait until they heal up and hopefully I can shove them back in the caravan. That sucks. Can't find a job. Yeah. No, we were just kind of like, oh shit, I haven't got Takeo to actually look after you. We were just kind of like discussing the fact that like the kinds of jobs and stuff like that, even if you want to have like the job that you want, you can't get, won't necessarily get the job you want. Where the fuck did Takeo go? Hold on. Oh, sorry, Hajuka. Oh, Hajuka's having a fit. All right, that explains some things. Let's get Vivo down here. Vivo, mate, we got a 9-hour death. Go tend. That's a big-ass colony. Yes, it is. It's like 220-something people plus prisoners. I haven't done a count in like the last couple of weeks because I'm in the process of moving. Basically, from down here... it's fine, go for a roll. From down here... we're moving up to here because my second site, Qulin, this place, glitched out with the 1.5 update, unfortunately. So this is where we're kind of at. If I open up a menu, let me open up this tree. So that's not the kind of menu I want. What I want is like a bio. See how we got this? If I click off this person, shit stays. That, and I don't have terrain, and if I try to do a trade, it just keeps opening up windows, kind of like the old Windows kind of ends up with like a million browsers and stuff. So yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here. So I'm abandoning everything if I can. Sorry if I don't chat straight away. I'm in a lecture. That's okay. Like, you're not expected to, you know, be here all the time and chat constantly and stuff. If you're just lurking and just like, you know, chatting away and stuff like that, that's okay. Just kind of like filling everybody in case there's like anybody else that maybe has like come in recently, because I've been talking about work for a while. I've been like deep in the topic and I've been pretty zoomed in too. But yeah, I'll do a count of my colony at some point in like the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Is that back here? Yeah, it is. See, they're all going